What's going on, guys? I want to give you a quick little shop update and talk about what I've been working on the last couple of days, as well as where I'll be going in the near future on some of these projects. And for those of you who may have seen my last shop update, you know that I'm starting to work on my first attempt at some folding knives, specifically some frame locks, and I just wanted to show you where I've gotten to on those. Now, as I showed you in my last video, I am working on a little mini flipper based on a previous fixed blade design that I came up with a while back. And the latest I've gotten on that is I've gone ahead and heat treated the blade. I still need to grind the bevels, polish it up, sharpen it, and install it back in the knife. But playing with just the unprofiled blank, I was able to flip it open using the trigger. So that was a success as far as the design goes. But I've not yet been able to flick it open just using the index finger without any wrist action. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to dial that in or not. But I'm still going to play with it a little bit and see what I can do there. Nevertheless, it can be flipped open, like I said, with a little bit of wrist action, or at the very least, the flipper trigger can be used just to open it partially, and then I continue with the thumb stud or the blade stop. So there's those pieces. Like I said, still need to finish the blade, put that all back together. So I'll set those with the other parts over there. And this is another one I'm very excited about. Been working on it for the last couple of days. And this is my large folding knife design. And this one I did as a frame lock. And I believe I showed you guys the CAD rendering last week, maybe along with some parts that I was putting together for it. And this is where I got on that. And still got a little bit of work left to do on this. The blade is heat treated, although it is not beveled or sharpened at all yet. And I still need to install a pocket clip and profile the titanium scale as well as the micarta scale. And I may even end up changing this with a nicer piece of carbon fiber or G10. I'm really not a big fan of this canvas micarta. At least for this application. So this may be just a practice scale, but we'll see what I come up with there. Got a nice 4-step thumb stud there. And these are all 3/16 inch diameter pivots and standoffs. Got a 3/32 detent ball. And that's really it for the pieces. And here's a pocket clip I may end up using. Maybe mount it something like that for a tip-up carry. And I may even drill some holes for tip-down carry as well. And I also have this deeper carry clip that I may use. I haven't really decided yet. Maybe mount that something like that. I'm not sure if I can really mount that up here or not. But anyway, I'll show you the opening. Nice smooth opening. Absolutely no play side to side, back and forth whatsoever. So we got a nice solid lockup. Try to focus in there. And I think I would consider that an early lockup. It's about the first third of the blade there, if not a little sooner. And I got nice tension so that even without jimping or scalloping that out, it's very easy to disengage the lock. there's the overall look of the blade. It's definitely going for a larger knife on this, although I don't think it's too large, definitely not too small. And overall, despite its size, which again is about 5 inches closed with a 4-inch blade, it's actually got a considerably low profile, all things considered. Detent definitely works very well. And I think once we get everything rounded off, profiled, sharpened, we'll have a very nice knife here. Now when I do start making these, this is a 1095 steel blade, high carbon steel, which I'm using just for the prototype. If I do start selling these, if and when, I'll probably go with a more corrosion resistant steel. At the very minimum, something like A2, maybe all the way up to something like S30V or 154 cm. The problem with the stainless steels is that I'm not equipped to cryogenically treat them. And in order to get the most out of the steel when heat treating, you really need to be able to take the blades down to a certain temperature, maybe using liquid nitrogen or even dry ice in an acetone bath. So until I'm equipped to do that, I'm going to have to compromise on what kind of steel I'm using. Not to say I'll be using any type of inferior steel, but it won't be probably the most corrosion resistant either. So it will need maintenance such as oiling and cleaning on a regular basis, which you really should be doing with your folding knives anyhow. But we'll have to see what I come up with there. So that's that, guys, as far as the folders are concerned. Very happy with how this one came out. I can't wait to get this finished and have something for myself to carry around and use. And then I'll probably start making a few more prototypes just to get everything dialed in perfectly before I start selling them. As I really want to make sure these are right and going to hold up to daily use before I start taking money for them. And here's another scale I started tonight. I gotta cut that relief a little bit deeper because that's still pretty stiff. Still gotta drill for the detent hole. But that's coming along nicely. And just real quickly, I'll show you some other projects I've been trying to wrap up. These are a little bit oily, but I will be offering these for sale here shortly. They pretty much just need sharpened, marked, and the sheaths finished. Those are started anyway. Nice little modified Wharncliffe. Going to be extremely sharp and low profile as well. Also making a couple more of these hunters. Kind of a large patch knife. Started polishing the Loveless blanks a little bit. And then I got a couple patch knives I'm working on, but I still have quite a bit to do as far as grinding. And probably be a while before I finish those. But that's just a little bit more about what I'm working on, guys. And I got some new belts I'm trying out. This is Trizact A100. I think it's the equivalent of about somewhere between 220 and 400. Very nice, consistent finish. Definitely recommend these. I got several different grades of those, Trizact and Norex. So I definitely recommend those if you're doing any kind of polished or mirror finish. Just as a side note, but that's pretty much it, guys. So I hope you enjoy the shop update. Kind of went a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but hopefully on the next update I'll have some working folders all polished and sharpened up, and maybe even with a little bit of use. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. As always, stay tuned, and I'll see you next time.